Welcome back to Reviews and Rankings with Robbie Sobel. Today, I'm going to take a look at the short film vignette, Jason Universe, Sweet Revenge. Alright guys, the official rollout of the brand new Jason Universe was revealed to us just last night in the form of a short film vignette titled Sweet Revenge. Now, the Jason Universe has been something over the last couple of weeks and a few months that has slowly been rolled out to bring Jason Voorhees back into the horror community, back into the mainstream. Over the last 15 years, since the Friday the 13th remake was released in 2009, the franchise has been involved in a bitter legal battle between Sean Cunningham, the producer of the original film, and the writer of the original film, Victor Miller. This has been a point of contention that has prevented Jason and the newest film to be brought back to theaters for the rest of us to see. And since then, what we've got is several fan films that have been released and a video game that is now defunct. So the Jason Voorhees brand in general has been dormant until now. Sweet Revenge is a 13-minute vignette that is basically a short film that is backed and sponsored by the beer company Angry Orchard. Throughout the 13-minute film, you'll see a little bit of product placement, like the characters drinking the Angry Orchard beer, or one eating an apple that is reminiscent of the branding of the Angry Orchard. But outside of a few product placements, I didn't find it to be very egregious. The story is simple. It's a group of friends that go out to a lake in Camp Crystal Lake, and as you would expect, they start to get picked off one by one by Jason. Now, one of our main characters is pulled into the lake by Jason, but she's not exactly killed. You'll see that she comes back and she's almost like an undead zombie, but still very much aware and moving like a human does. She sees that her boyfriend is fooling around with one of their friends, and she starts to lose it as well. As this is going on, Jason is picking off of her friends, and we see some pretty decent kills. There are a few that are done off screen, but there's a motorboat kill here that is vicious and gory, and it got me pumped watching it. Now, the film is shot pretty well. It does look like a high-end fan film, but considering that this is a short film and a vignette that's inspired by a beer company, I don't think that it should be compared to a feature film or the other films in the franchise. Most of the criticism that has been directed towards this are people that are angry and want the same Jason that they got 20 or 30 years ago, and that's simply just not the case. It's a different time, it's a different era, and the content itself in the form of Sweet Revenge is not a movie. It is not a feature-length film. It is just a short film to whet the appetite for fans of the franchise and the branding of Jason to leave us wanting more. Now, while I did enjoy Sweet Revenge for the most part, I do have some issues with the short film itself as well as the overall branding of the Jason universe. When the Jason universe was first revealed to us a few months back, they did so in a poor way. It came across as if the people involved were prioritizing profit over the brand and the IP. Now, of course, this is a business, and at the end of the day, you're going to look to make money, but you have to find that proper balance. And so far, with the rollout of the Jason universe, it's not off to a good first step. When the first piece of big content in the form of video content that you're going to put forward is a short film that's heavily sponsored by a beer company, it just comes across too corporate. And for a genre like horror that is really kind of this low budget niche genre, you want to steer away from anything that comes across as too commercialized. As far as the film itself, the only real issue I have is Jason. Now, the stuntman actor who played the character was Shuler White. He's done other stunts before, so he knows what he's doing. But the way the character was filmed, he just looks too small and too short, and he doesn't come across as this intimidating villain that you want when you're dealing with Jason Voorhees. Right away, when I finally got to see a good shot of him, he gave off the vibe of Roy, the fake Jason killer in Friday the 13th Part 5, A New Beginning. Now, while that movie can be fun and has its fans, if you're trying to model the character of Jason after one of the Jasons in the previous movies, that's one you're going to want to stay away from. Overall, I thought Jason Universe Sweet Revenge, the short film vignette sponsored by Angry Orchard, was a fun enough time. It was cool to see Jason Voorhees slowly getting rolled out back into the mainstream and into the horror community, and we're kind of moving past the fan films into something that's a little bit more legit. I'm excited to see where the character and the property moves forward, and I just hope that the people that are running the Jason universe learn from the mistakes, listen to the constructive criticism, make those changes, and move forward to present the character of Jason Voorhees in the best possible light. Now, I don't give star ratings to short films and vignettes, but as far as a thumbs up, thumbs in the middle, and thumbs down, I'm going to give Sweet Revenge from the Jason universe a solid thumbs in the middle. It's worth checking out, but keep your expectations low and enjoy the ride. All right, guys, were you able to check out the new short film from the Jason universe, Sweet Revenge? If so, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you want to continue this conversation, I'll leave my link for Twitter, X, and Letterboxd in the description, or you can check me out on TikTok for shorter form rankings and reviews. But remember, at the end of the day, the most important thing is to keep watching movies.